2 blocks. If you only have one, that's okay, you do your best, but for a few of the moves, we will need 2 blocks. We'll start with a little ear to shoulder stretch, just standing comfortably. Big breath in. Exhale, drop your right ear to right shoulder. Good, inhale to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Good, inhaling up. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. Just dropping in. Coming into the moment. From here, drop your chin to your chest, little neck rolls, ear to ear. Always rolling in the front only. Gentle neck rolls. Last one. Come back through center, lift your chin up through center. Nice. Taking a nice wide stance. Take your block right under your face. Toes point out at 10 and 2 or 45 degrees. Left hand down on the block. Inhale, the right hand reaches up to the sky. Exhale, down, replace that right hand. Inhale, left hand reaches. Exhale. Inhale, reach that right hand right over top of the shoulder. Exhaling down. Inhale, left hand reaches to the sky. Exhaling down, getting some nice movement through the spine here. Inhale. And exhale, just relaxing the inner thighs. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale down, one more each side. Inhale, right hand. Exhale down. Inhale, left hand reaches. And exhale, bring it back to the block. Take your hands to your knees now. We're just gonna bend side to side, some little lateral lunges. Soften through the knees. Just a little stretch for the inner thighs too. Last 2. Perfect. Heel toe your feet back in. Come up to stand up nice and tall. Balancing on our left foot. Spread the toes, spread the sole of that left foot nice and wide. Get a good balance and bring the right knee up so it's in line with the hip. We'll start to trace some circles with our toe, about the size of a dinner plate. Building our balance, hovering here. And switching directions, make the circles the other way. Look at something that's not moving for your balance. Perfect, point the toes and flex. Point and flex, go side to side, side to side, and circle at the ankle. And circle the other way. Perfect. Place that right foot back down. Spread the sole of the right foot nice and wide. Spread the toes. Find your balance on that right leg. Tiny little micro bend in the knee. Don't lock out the knee. And as you feel ready, float that left knee up in line with the hip. And then we'll start our big shin circles. Good, and switch directions. Looking at something that's not moving. Build your balance. Core's in nice and tight. Perfect. Point the toes and flex. Point and flex. Go side to side, side to side, and circle at the ankle. And circle the other way. And place the foot down. Step the feet a little wider than hip distance. Nice big hip circles. Circle out through those hips. Relax the lower body. One more this direction, and circle the other way. Last one, big circle. Beautiful. Let's come down onto the mat and we'll come lay down on our back for some pelvic rocks. Same type of movement, but we're doing this more through the lower spine now. So come lay down nice and gentle, slow and controlled. Inhale like a cow pose, the belly comes up and the low back lifts off the mat a little. Exhale, pressing the belly button into the spine, tailbone peels up just a tiny bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, tip the tailbone down, lift the belly button up. Exhale, tuck the belly button into the spine. Beautiful. Come back to a nice neutral spine. Take one of your blocks and we're going to place it under our left foot. Strong and steady here. Find your alignment so that your feet are still parallel, neutral coming out of your hip sockets. All right, we'll press just a little bit heavier into that left foot. Find it strong and steady on the block. Big breath in. On the exhale, we send the hips straight up to the sky for a hinge bridge, and we're going to pulse the hips up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top, big breath. Exhale, flat back down with control. Beautiful. Big breath in. Exhale, send the hips straight up to the sky and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on, 1 big breath. Exhale, flat back down. Very nice. Just those little pulses, 2 inches up and down, makes a big difference. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. And pulse for 4, 3, 2. Hold, big breath. Exhale, flat back down with control. Last one this side. Big breath in. Exhale to lift. And pulse for 1, 2. Hold, big breath in. Exhale, flat back down. Beautiful. We'll take that block over to the other foot. Taking it under the right foot this time. Find it nice and strong. Find even feet between the 2 sides. And then laying down. All right, finding my balance here. Big breath in. Little heavier in that right foot. Exhale, lift the hips up to the sky and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Big breath squeeze. Exhale, flat back down. Good, big breath in. Exhale to lift straight up to the sky and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 big breath. Exhale, flat back down. Good, 2 more, big breath in. Exhale to lift straight up and then pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1 big breath. Exhale, flat back down. Very nice. Last one, just 2 pulses. Big breath. Exhale to lift and squeeze and pulse for 2, 1 big breath. Exhale, flat back down with control. Let's bring that block between our feet. We're going to turn it into the lowest width, the smallest width, and place it between our feet so the soles of the feet are grasping it. And then we're going to roll down. So find a place where it feels comfortable that you can ground the pinky toe or the knife edge side of your foot, nice and grounded. And we want to open the knees only about shoulder distance. So they could drop open wider, but we want to have some control here. So they're only open about 45 degrees. Take your hands down by your sides. We'll do an articulated bridge here. Big breath in to prepare. Exhale to peel up off the mat. Big breath in at the top. Exhale to peel down with control, squeezing that block between your feet. Big breath in. Exhale to peel up 1 vertebra at a time. Squeeze at the top, big breath. Exhale to roll down with control. Good, let's open the knees 1 inch wider. Big breath in. Exhale, peel up. Slow and controlled, squeeze at the top, starting to get a little different angle on the glutes. Big breath. Exhale, roll down with control. Good, big breath in. Exhale, peel up. Big breath at the top. Exhale, roll down, slow and controlled, 1 bone at a time. Good. Open the knees a little wider now. Just 1 inch further. Big breath in. Exhale to peel up with control. Big breath at the top. Exhale to roll down, slow and steady. You'll notice there's not quite as much articulation because our knees are open. That's okay. Big breath in. Exhale to peel up. Squeeze at the top, big breath. Exhale, rolling down, slow and controlled. Last set, open the knees as wide as they want to go now. Big breath in. Exhale to peel up. The hips don't come nearly as high, that's okay. Big breath at the top. Exhale, setting down with control. Big breath in, last time. Exhale to peel up. Really squeeze the glutes at the top, feeling nice and tight. Big breath in. Exhale, rolling down with control. Good. If you need, take your hands to the outsides of your legs to support the knees closing. All right, we're gonna need that block under our right foot to start. Come on up to standing. And we're gonna start with the block facing straight forward on its lowest height. And step onto it with the right foot so that your feet are now parallel. Coming straight out of the hip sockets, we're gonna do some squats from here. Wherever you like your hands for your balance. Big breath in. Exhale, squat and lift. Squat and lift. Getting some weight into that right leg. Try and keep the hips balanced so that right hip isn't hiking. The right knee will never straighten. But we're getting a little extra work into that right quad right now. Last 4. Sink the hips back. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall. Good. Take that block out to a 45 degrees. So turn it out on a 45-degree angle. Step onto it again with the right foot. Left leg's going to turn out the same way. All right. Sinking down into our plie. Left heel's going to lift. We're just doing little pulses here. So that left heel lifted gives us a little balance on the height of this right leg. Pressing into the ball of the foot. Knees are right over top of the ankles. Inner thighs of fire. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, heel goes down, heel comes up. Just holding our squat here, lifting and lowering that left heel. Up and down, up and down. Right quad is burning. It's working hard to stabilize. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left heel down, stand up off that block. Woo. Hello, quad. If you were sleeping, you're awake now. All right, take that block to face the short side of your mat, maybe the top of your mat. We're gonna step onto it with the right foot, coming into a lunge stance. So step your left foot back a little and out to the left. So you're on train tracks for your balance. Hips are square to the front. Bring the right knee over top of the right ankle. You're going to drop the left knee down towards the mat and lift. Little lunges. Trying to get that left knee as close to the mat as we can. 3, you're doing great. 2, and 1. Woo, step off that block. You're gonna feel that one tomorrow. All right. Take a breath. All right, grab your block. We're gonna place it between our thighs and come to stand at the bottom end of our mat. Give that block a squeeze in between your thighs. Make sure your feet are parallel, ankles right underneath your hips. For a roll out, we're gonna walk out into a plank. Big breath here, circle the arms. Exhale, diving forward like you're diving over a big beach ball, a little bend in the knees. Walk out to your plank. Good, spread the fingers nice and wide in your plank, big breath. Exhale, bend the knees, walking back. Big breath in your fold. Exhale, roll up, chin to chest. Good, big breath in, circle the arms. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale to walk out to your plank. Good, big breath in your plank. Exhale, bend the knees, walk back. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, rolling up, nice and gentle. 2 more just like that, getting our heart rates high. Big breath in. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to walk up. Big breath. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk back. Hold for a breath. Exhale to roll up. Last one, just like that. Exhale, dive. Walking out to your long, tall plank. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale here in your forward fold. Exhale to roll up, chin to chest. Heart rate should be high. All right, we're coming to the other side now. Left foot on the block. Block is on its lowest height, so you should be able to get most of your foot on that block. Standing with the feet parallel here. Get a nice, gotta find my spot, find my position here. All right, looking at your left hip, make sure it's not popping up in space. Take a look, feel them, make sure that they're even here, so that means the left knee is bent. Feet are parallel, ankles are right underneath the hips. All right, for some nice squats, here we go. Sink it down and lift. That left knee never straightens. Really stick the booty out at the back. A little bit extra weight in that left foot. Warming up our left quad. It's gonna do some fun stuff. Almost there, you're doing great. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Turn the block out 45 degrees again. It's on that perfect turned out angle. Step onto the block with the left foot. Step a little wider with the right leg. We'll come into our plie stance. Big breath in. Exhale, sinking down into your plie. Make sure your knees are right over top of your ankles and lift up the right heel into a releve and just little pulses here. We're just bobbing on the stream. Up and down. Easy peasy, floating down the stream. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the heel. Lift the heel. Left leg isn't moving at all. Right heel is just lifting and lowering. We're holding in our plie. Good job. Getting nice movement in that ankle, in the toes, articulating all the joints. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower the heel, stand up tall, lift off that block. Okay, coming to our reverse lunges on the left side. Bring the block towards the top end of your mat, the short end. Step up onto it and step your right leg back and out to the right. So you can square off your hips. Your feet should be hip distance. You're not standing on a balance beam here. All right, lunges. Here we go. Bring that right knee down and straighten. Bend and straighten. Trying to get that right knee as close to the mat as we can. Last two. And one. Yes. Oh, so good. Quads, I love it. Taking our block though, and the block is going to be right behind our right foot, placing our left foot on top to give us a little bit of lift. Square off the hips. Make sure that left hip isn't reaching too far back. You know what? I'm going to bring the block to a higher height. Let's bring it to the middle height. That's better. Okay, knees come together. Little open, little close. Just rocking over the big toe side of the foot. So your right foot is on that block, the sole of the foot is on the block. And just the big toe side of the foot is on the top of the block of your left foot, opening and closing our little clam shells here. Open and close, getting that booty fired up, outer hip, outside of the butt. Again, we're really working on our hourglass shape today. Adding some shoulders, some obliques, outer thighs, booty, all the good stuff. For 4, 3, 2, pulses at the top on 1, little pulses up and down with the knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, close the knees, give that booty a high five. Good work, booty. All right, grab your block, straighten your right leg, your bottom leg out nice and long. Bring your block right in front of your tummy, and we're gonna place the left knee on top of that block so that your knee is directly in line with your hip. Flex your bottom foot, and a little lift and lower through the inner thigh. Nice. Last 4, and then we're going to turn it into a circle. And 1. Hold at the top, point the toes, trace little circles with your toes. Last 2, and switch directions. Take those circles the other way. Last 2, good. Flex the foot again, hold in the air, squeeze tight like an elephant is sitting on your inner thigh, and if you drop it, you die. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And lower down. Oh, inner thighs. All right, we're coming on to our left hip now. Side. We're gonna bring our block behind our left foot this time on its medium height. Placing the sole of the foot onto the block, and then the big toe edge of your right foot comes to the top for our little clam shells. Find your nice long alignment here. Okay. Knees open and close, rocking over the edge of that block. My block is not steady here. There we go. Open and close. Getting our outer thigh, getting into the glutes. Glutes wrap around the side. One of them does. One of our 3 glute muscles wraps around the side. Giving us that nice round hips that I think most ladies like to have. Whew, that feels good. Feel that burn. Last 4, 3, 2. We hold on 1. Up at the top, little pulses. Little pulses up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Burn that glute. 2, 1. Oh, bring the knees back together. Oh, good work. All right, grab your block. Straighten your left leg out long in line with the spine. Block is up in front of your tummy. Set that right knee down on the block, even at hip height. And left foot is going to flex, little inner thigh lifts. A little lift and lower, nothing crazy to start. Keep that foot nice and flexed. Big toe edge of the foot is lifting towards the sky. 3 more and we turn it into circles. Hold at the top, point the toes, little circles. Trace little circles with the toes. Last 2 and switch directions. Little circles the other way. Last 2, good. Flex the foot again. Squeeze that inner thigh. Don't drop the elephant. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel it nice and tight. Getting stronger, getting stronger. And lower down. Oh, so good. Just press yourself up and back. Child's pose. Knees are about that distance. Toes touch behind you. Take a few deep breaths here. Time to cool down. Did some good hard work today. Big breath in, expand the belly between the thighs. Exhale, let it go. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more like that. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Coming up onto hands and knees. We'll place our hands onto the blocks. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog with our hands on those blocks. Just gives a little rise to the chest. You don't need it though if you don't want it. Just pedal the feet a few times. Bending through one knee and straightening the opposite heel. Inhale high up on the tippy toes. Exhale the heels down towards the mat. Big breath in. On the exhale, step your right foot forward between your blocks, coming into a low lunge. Lower your left knee down to the mat completely. Just heel toe that right foot so that it comes directly underneath the knee. Ankle is under the knee. Nice long line here. Hands can be on the blocks or on the mat. Whatever feels best for you. To allow you to relax your left hip. Opening up the hip flexor. Melting towards the earth. Just letting any tension go. Melting in. Relax. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to bend into your left knee. Slide your right foot back. And we'll switch sides, stepping our left foot forward between the blocks, coming into our low lunge on the left side. Just adjusting your stance again to make sure this left knee is right over top of the ankle. Make sure you're not forward or back. Dropping that right hip down. Relaxing through the hip flexors, the front side of the right hip. Melting in a little more with every breath. Letting go of any tension in the low back. You can allow your chin to drop to your chest as well. Whatever your body is calling out for in this moment. Last big breath in. And big breath out. Lifting up, bending the right knee. Slide that left leg back. Coming down onto our hands and knees. Into our quadruped position. And just taking some nice hip circles here in our tabletop. Circling gently through the hips. Keep that micro bend in the elbows. And circling the other way. Last one. Very nice. We'll come down onto our back now for our final Shavasana, relaxation. Rolling down the spine. Allow the feet to drop open. Turning the palms up to the sky. Closing down the eyes. Settling in for a few breaths. Allowing the body to integrate all the work we've done today. Breathing deeply in through the nose, sending the breath down into the belly. Exhaling, letting go of anything that no longer serves us. Allowing the nervous system to regulate. Coming back into our natural rest and digest state. Settling the mind and the body with the breath. Taking one last deep breath in. Open the mouth side out. Invite in some gentle movements back into the body, maybe circling the thumb over each finger pad, making little circles with the wrists and the ankles. Slowly bending one knee into the chest and then the other, and maybe either rocking a little side to side or making some small circles with the knees. Whatever your body is asking for before we wrap our practice today. Take one last big breath in. Exhale, squeezing the knees. Slowly making your way onto your side in a fetal position. Taking a breath. Pressing into your hands to come up to a comfortable seat as you feel ready. Let's circle the arms, big breath in. Exhaling the hands down through center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this fun class with the yoga blocks. Blessed be.